Greetings, Grapple fans. It's Mike Quackenbush here on Free Match Monday. And as we have just wrapped post-production of King of Trios 2018, and the discs are a-burnin' right now, I thought I might pluck one of my very favorite matches from the entire weekend and serve it up here to you. If you've not ordered King of Trios 2018 on DVD, Blu-ray, or in any other format you like, then get yourself over to CHIKARApro.com and order it up right now. But if you can't wait to sample some of the excellent action it contains, enjoy this four-way elimination match that features Razerhawk, Carlos Romo, the debuting Cam Carter, and Airwolf.
Earlier this season, Scott, we got to see Airwolf at the Young Lions Cup, held at the Wrestle Factory in Philadelphia. A graduate of the Academy out in Minnesota, where he trained under Aaron Cannon, he trained under Mr. Anderson and Mighty Molly, making his way back to Chikara one more time in a match that is really his forte. When it comes to the high flying, I think of Airwolf, and this is going to be a very, very interesting contest because there's a mixture of known quantities and unknown quantities all coming together, and they're all going to have to be wrestling basically with eyes in the back of their heads because there are no friends, only foes in a match like this.
Absolutely. I do not envy the position of Betsy Ross with these four high flyers in the ring.
Carlos Romo from White Wolf in Spain, Airwolf from Minnesota, Cam Carter. From CWF Mid-Atlantic and our own Razerhawk, the former Young Lions Cup champ. Looks like everyone is going to start all at once. This is such a dangerous scenario.
Cam getting out of there. His strength will not be tested today.
But his strategy does make a certain amount of sense because while there are four competitors in the match, you can only really be eliminated. You can't win the match.
Very true. He's picking his spots. Good strategy. He's done his homework.
We've seen some wrestlers employ this in the past. I think back to when the great Sonata was here in the Palmer Center for Rey de Voladores action quite a few years back now. Every once and again, you do have those competitors that want to hang back at least until one elimination has been registered in an effort to increase their odds of success. Carlos Romo now with a waistlock runs Airwolf into the ropes. He blocks the O'Connor roll. Sends Romo in. Woo!
Oh, the speed!
Tough to keep up with the action. Tremendous quickness on the part of all these guys.
Lands on his feet.
Airwolf evades. Everybody with a drop kick. Nobody manages to connect.
Everyone but Cam. Cam just enjoying the show.
Well, Betsy Ross didn't throw a drop kick.
That's true. That's true. My mistake. My mistake.
And quite rarely is it that she throws drop kicks. I want to point out Cam Carter throwing a boot.
Ooh.
One into Razerhawk's face as well, dropping flat as Carlos Romo underneath a leapfrog. Continue to pick up speed, change of directions, hip lock, blocked.
Ooh, lands on his feet. Very impressive here. Oh!
Showing off not just his agility, but his striking skill. Sends Romo heads first. Sunset flip. He rolls right through and comes flying back with a low drop kick.
Picture perfect right on the jaw there. Airwolf back in, though. No rest for Cam.
The Deribe sends Cam Carter down, three-quarter rolls right through, and springs to the top rope. Making it look easy right now is Airwolf.
Unbelievable balance out of Airwolf.
Tough to believe. I mean, this guy, not even 2 years pro, so young and so talented.
Ooh, across the spine there.
You heard the sound of that kick. Flying right around through the bottom and middle ropes, Airwolf taking out Cam Carter and just keeps pouring it on. I like that as a strategy, trying to smother his opponent. Now Razerhawk goes up and around. I don't know if he got all of that head scissor. I think Airwolf was able to avoid most of the impact.
Airwolf's got him now.
La Cazadora. He goes up. Oh, he came down with an X Factor. Airwolf for a second there could have powerbombed him. He just never got the chance.
Not the chance. Razerhawk looking to capitalize.
Spinning all the way around till he got to a senton. Airwolf kicking him off. There just wasn't enough impact, I think, on the upper body.
Very true. Couldn't even get a one count there.
Well, when you're twisting and turning your body like that, man, it's tough to maintain any kind of control. I don't care how good of a flyer you are.
Look at him go all over this ring. He's getting everybody.
These guys aren't wasting any time. They want to try and win the match as quickly as possible so they expend as little energy tonight and have as much as possible headed into tomorrow's final.
That's very important. 2 count there. It's important that these guys actually have to think that after this war they go through, they're going to have to wrestle another match tomorrow.
Carlos Romo looking to set up Razerhawk, who's been clutching that right shoulder of his.
Here comes Cam.
It took just a second too long to consider what move he wanted to use on Razerhawk, and in that moment, that allowed Cam Carter to come flying right in, fakes him out with a huge backflip, but Razerhawk comes tumbling in.
He took his eyes off the prize for just a moment. Just wanted to bask in the glory of being a king of trios, and Razerhawk is making him pay for it.
Missile drop kick from Razerhawk. He feels that no one wears gold and navy blue better than he does. Carlos Romo now in there. Series of forearms down the jawline. One more missile drop kick sends him all the way back. He almost took out Betsy Ross.
That would be a catastrophe. We'd have no winner.
Catastrophe is the only word that could be used to explain that. Now Cam Carter sets him up.
Oh! Woo! Could be out!
What a kick! And Cam Carter with a genuine upset here to kick things off in the first Red Evildoris 4-way eliminator. What an impressive win over a former Young Lions Cup champion.
An impressive pinfall, but this match is not over. He's got 2 more competitors to go through here.
Cam Carter coming out of the gate strong. He's eliminated Razerhawk. Maybe Carlos Romo will be the next to fall.
Ooh. Just hear that echo through the Palmer Center.
Series of knife-edge chops. Open-handed chop follows. Like a rifle rapport.
Keeping him stuck in that corner.
Driving the wind out of his lungs. You're not going to be able to use any of those daredevil tactics if you can't draw breath, Scott.
Cam being very smart, keeping Airwolf out of the ring, keeping this a one-on-one competition into the cover.
Cam Carter went for the cover on Carlos Romo, but there's still more left in the Spaniard. Here representing White Wolf back in Madrid. He does not want to go home a loser.
Cam Carter, big knee strike there.
What a great knee drop. Such elevation. Reminds me of Bruiser Brody.
Airwolf kicked out of the ring again.
Only a count of 2. Cam Carter asking for a faster count out of Betsy Ross, but I think that was an even cadence.
So you said that an unknown in Cam Carter is in here, someone that is new to the CHIKARA here. I think he's looking to make a statement and eliminate everyone on his own here.
And that would be quite the statement. You know, that has never occurred in the history of a Red Evildoris elimination match where one competitor beat all 3 of the others. So he'd make a bit of history while making that statement.
Vicious uppercut there. There's still life. Fired away on Cam.
Carlos Romo and Cam Carter taking it out of each other. And what this creates really is opportunity for Airwolf. Airwolf can catch a breather while these two are slugging it out. And the longer these two go at it, the more I like Airwolf to win the whole thing.
This is a good point. Maybe not the best strategy here from Cam Carter.
Sometimes I'm full of good points.
That's true. We'd never take that away from you.
Well, thank you. Carlos Romo and Cam Carter going at it here before a very enthusiastic, jam-packed Palmer Center. The King of Trios 2018, the first of 2 4-way eliminators in the Red Evildoris mini tournament in the ring right now. Whoa, roll backwards to pick up that heel trip.
Carlos
for Texas
Romo.
Cloverleaf. Turning it all the way over. No. His weight fell forward. He's got to pick it back up if he can. And if Cam Carter can straighten out his legs, he'll effectively block this hold.
But he just might not have the strength in him. A lot have been beaten out of him in this matchup. Cam Carter crawling and making it to the ropes. Great reach advantage there.
Yeah, your best counter in a hold like that is to straighten your legs out immediately, and that's what we saw Cam Carter do as Carlos Romo stepped over. It caused him to lose his balance, and I think that's the only reason he's still in this match.
With the
kick. Reverse of directions. German suplex with a bridge. Beautiful execution. It only buys him 2, Scott.
Unbelievable. The heart here of Carlos is just incredible. But Airwolf back in.
He was biding his time. Airwolf just waiting for an opportunity to strike. And that's a smart strategy. And everything he's doing is quite legal in a match like this. Woo!
Oh, Airwolf flying there. Looks like he went between the bottom and the middle rope.
Taking off like a stealth helicopter right between the middle and bottom rope. Somewhere Ernest Borgnine is smiling as Airwolf just took out Carlos Romo. But as he's trying to peel Romo back up, keep your eye on Cam Carter. Tope con Hilo. He almost landed on his feet.
And very impressive here. Taking out half the front row.
Reminds me of Helios. Cam Carter just did a terrific tope con Hilo and wiped out Airwolf and Carlos Romo. He's got the advantage, but can he capitalize on it? No one has had more time to rest in this match than Airwolf.
Beautiful, coming down with the knees.
What a great Meteora, but it was only good for 2.
Still not enough. I thought he was going to put him away.
You know, at the beginning of this match, when Cam Carter ducked to the outside, he was met with a chorus of boos. But one spectacular move at a time, he is impressing the Chikarmi.
Yeah, you can hear that Chikarmi building behind him as he goes up one more time.
What else does Cam Carter have? From the middle rope, looking for a 450, but he had the poise to land on his feet the moment he saw Airwolf in the air, standing Spanish fly. Good night,
There
Cam
he goes.
Carter. Well, he can hold his head high because Cam Carter left an outstanding performance on stage in the Rey de Voladores. But Airwolf just stole that one. He was so quick with that standing Spanish fly.
Hit it perfectly, and now we're down to 2. The Chikarmi choosing Airwolf, it sounds like.
Airwolf from the United States, Carlos Romo from Spain. Who's going to get the better of this one? It's Airwolf sent to the ropes. Romo with a series of strikes. Pele kick to respond.
Looks like they're both knocked out after that exchange.
It's anybody's ball game here, Scott.
Betsy Ross starting the count. What would happen if both these men were counted out right now?
Well, if neither of them ends a standing 10 count, we've only ever had one instance in our past where what ended up happening was someone could not go on in the Rey de Voladores. And I would say at that point, while it's going to be Bryce's discretion, if both of them fail to answer the standing 10 count, it's possible Cam Carter would go on based on past precedent.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
With both these men battling up from their knees, there's no quitting either of these men.
European uppercut from the European. Carlos Romo then eats a forearm.
I think he just calls it an uppercut.
Airwolf continues to pound away. Sends Romo up and around. He's got him hooked. What a terrific swinging neck breaker from the Spaniard.
Airwolf trying to get to his feet.
Woo! Great looking shining wizard. Romo's got him. No, Airwolf's left shoulder came up off the mat.
Airwolf staying in it somehow. I guess maybe that rest that he had on the outside while Cam Carter was still in the ring really benefiting him now.
Those things do make a real difference in matches like this.
Carlos Romo feeling it though. Squaring him up.
One more time, Romo's looking for that ace crusher. He couldn't get it. Airwolf with a clothesline. Picks him up. Romo. Look, Airwolf indicating he's put the brakes on. Northern Lights suplex with a bridge, but not the pin. It was only 2.
He couldn't get all the way up on the toes and put all that weight across the shoulders.
That was all leverage. Airwolf, especially given he is shorter than Romo and the positioning, he had to throw his hips deep. That was a leverage move if ever there was when he came out with a beautiful Northern Lights suplex, but that was not enough to put Carlos Romo down for 3.
Airwolf catching an elbow.
Oh, swept him out, and he struck the turnbuckle as he fell. Great secondary impact. Oh, what a beautiful ace crusher to Romo. Wolf is down 4. No, thought it was going to be 3. It was only 2.
Airwolf still alive in this matchup. This is where the frustration starts to kick in.
Give it up for these two exemplary athletes. Rey de Voladores, the king of the high flyers, could easily be either one of these two talented competitors.
Carlos going up high. Airwolf right there, though.
Managed to intercept him and halt his progress with a kick.
Airwolf looks like he's going to go up with him.
Heading up to the high rent district. We saw him use a Spanish fly off the mat. You can imagine what it might look like all the way from the top rope. I think that's exactly what he's looking for. Well, he won't get the chance. Romo able to send him crashing back down to earth.
It probably just saved the matchup getting out of that.
From the top, it's Romo. Moonsault press. But Airwolf had the presence of mind to get out of there. Oh, he's got it hooked. The crescent. Moon crunch. He's got him. Shoulders are down. It's 2. It's 3. Scott. Airwolf's moving on to the finals tomorrow night.